Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. We are from Group 3 that consists of 5 members. I'm Nur Shazina binti Kamar Zaman.
Nur Ilya Umara binti Abdullah Zawawi.
My name is Mas Ayu Afrina binti Muhammad Anwar.
My name is Rina Tuan binti Ismi.
And my name is Nur Abika binti Muhammad Nasir. Today, our group will present about a road safety audit, which is RSA, focusing on pavement testing to evaluate road quality and enhance safety. This project is part of ECG565 course. It is important to ensure the road surface are safe for all users. The objective of this project is to assess the condition of the pavement around UiTM Shah Alam campus and identify the potential safety hazard to improve the road performance and reduce accident risk. Our team selected this road at the motorcycle parking because this road is frequently used by the motorcycle parking to park their vehicle. It is prime candidate for this testing. Why we choose this location? Because due to its accessibility, frequent use, and the opportunity to conduct the test in a controlled and realistic environment. This will contribute to Sustainable Development Goals 9 and 11. Through this project, we aim to demonstrate how innovative testing method and pavement evaluation contribute to safer and more sustainable road infrastructure. In this RSA, we will conduct 3 essential pavement conditions, which is skid resistant, sand patch method, and outflow meter test. During conducting the laboratory, we need to comply safety measures. Firstly, safety code was placed at appropriate places to give alert to either driver that there was a laboratory test conducted, as shown here. We also need to wear safety shoe or sport shoe to follow the laboratory safety precaution. Thirdly, we need to wear safety jacket or safety vest that has fluorescent color to alert nearby drivers passing by. Let's continue to the first test, which is skid resistant test. The purpose of this test is to measure how well a road surface can prevent skidding by evaluating its friction. The objective of this test is to measure the road grip and prevent skidding.
So for the apparatus, we use skid resistant tester, ruler, brush and water. First, clean the area of the pavement surface to be tested with brush. Next, set the base level by leveling 3 screws on the base frame to adjust the bubble of spirit to the center.
Make sure the bubble level with a circular bullseye is at the center.
Next, loosening the locking knob till it swings free over the surface. Then check the zero setting.
After that, place the pendulum in release position and then drag the pointer arrow horizontal to the release position. Next, adjust the friction ring until the pendulum swing shows the pointer arrow to the zero. When the pendulum hanging free, place the pendulum at the contact pavement surface and then adjust the height of pendulum by gently loosening the arm until the slider of pendulum touch the pavement surface. First at one side and other at vertical side surface. Mark the sliding length of the distance between 2 points where the slider of pendulum touches the contact part. Place the pendulum in release position and drag the pointer arrow horizontal to the release position. Next, release the pendulum arm by pressing the button and catch it on the return swing before the slider strikes the pavement surface. Record the data, make 3 swings and record the mean of the successive reading. The reading should not differ by more than 3 units. For the wet condition, wet the test area and wet the steel slider before the test. Next, make 3 more swings and record the result. Finally, repeat the same step for 2 different locations. The result shown for skid resistant result.
Secondly, we will do sand patch method, which is the purpose of this test is to determine the texture depth of the road surface, which affect friction and water drainage.
Next, for the sand patch test, we need the apparatus, which is measuring cylinder, flat disc, brush, sand and ruler. Firstly, we need to show the side is clean, dry and free from debris by sweep using the brush. Then fill the measuring cylinder to 25 ml of sand.
Make sure the sand is dry and clean before put into the measuring cylinder.
cylinder on the hard surface to ensure there is no void between the sand. After that, pour the sand onto the hard surface to ensure there is a small pile.
For windy conditions, the pile should be shielded from the wind to prevent the sand from being blown away.
By using the flat disc, flat the sand into a circular motion until it thin and level, and ensure there is no void between the sand. After the layer becomes thin and level, measure the diameter of the sand circle to the nearest 5 mm and record these measurements. Take about 5 to 4 readings the diameter of the sand circle and take the average.
Repeat the same step for another locations. This is the result of the sand patch test for 3 different types of pavement. To the average diameter, that of the pavement have been determined.
Thirdly, we will do upflow meter test. The purpose of this test is to measure how quickly water can drain from the road surface to prevent water pooling. The objective of this test is to analyze the surface drainage efficiency and identify areas prone to water retention.
Apparatus needed is the upflow meter with a weight for stabilizer and a stopwatch. Make sure the side surface is free from debris by using a brush. Place the outflow meter onto the side surface. Attach the weight onto the outflow meter to stabilize it. Sure the stopper is closed. Meter with tap water until it fills 250 ml gradation. Will be open and record the time when water reduced from the outflow meter. Repeat step 4 until step 6 to get an average time. This is the result for the outflow meter test, which is conducted for 3 different surfaces.
The discussion gonna start with the skid resistant experiment. We have obtained that the average value for both wet condition road and the dry condition of the road according to Jabatan Kerja Raya Malaysia 2008 regarding skid resistance. The skid resistance of the completed material on the territory shall have a minimum average value of 46 mm as mentioned by the skid resistance test pendulum device or equivalent for a number of tests to be acted by the SO and the contractor, depending on the size and type of the site involved. According to the JKR standard, as in both wet and dry conditions for all surfaces type, we got the average SR value beyond 46 mm between the rubber slide and the road pavement, indicating that the friction of the tire with the road pavement surface is very high. Hence, our study areas are following the standard and still in a good condition to be used. As for the outflow meter test, outflow meter test typically conducted based on the STM E283008, that is the standard test method for measuring pavement texture drainage by using an outflow meter. The test helps students determine the rate of flow of water when the water is being poured on the different type of pavement surface. From the analysis, the time taken for the water to flow out is higher for the smooth surface compared to the medium and the coarse surface. Not only that, the rate of flow for the smooth surface is lower compared to the medium and the rough surface. Therefore, students are able to conclude that the resistance on the surface will influence the flow rate and the time taken to outflow. Because of this, the students are also able to conclude that the smooth surface is not suitable to be applied in the pavement road, especially to drain the water in the rain condition to avoid the flood at the roadway. For cases like this, the rough surface is more efficient to be applied compared to the smooth surface. The JKR specification about the drainage, the pavement of road should be more than 10 liters per minute of drainability porous asphalt. Thus, our result is not fulfill the requirement of JKR spec because all the 3 areas are less than 10 liters per minute. Lastly, for the sand patch test, it is conducted based on ES British Standard 598/105/1990 according to the Jabatan Kerja Raya Malaysia 2008. A minimum number of 10 point samples are tested for each site with close to the location of skid resistant values are being measured. These values are satisfied with JKR requirement in minimum value of mean texture depth MTD which is 0.5 mm. If the mean texture depth MTD values show significant difference in average of different locations, it shows the capability of each type of pavement surface at particular location to drain out the water under the vehicle tire. It got high average value of MTD, means that the presence of larger aggregates within its grading envelope. Better average MTD value basically means that the rod performed better in draining out the surface water runoff under the tyre during the radius ride. While the lower MTD value, the rod might have some negative impact in terms of the rate of draining out water in the tyre-pavement interaction. To avoid the higher risk environment, skidding and out of control condition, the value of MTD must satisfy the JKR requirement.